When you open the app, the first thing you're going to see is the login page. If you haven't created an account before, you just click the register here button, and this is where you put in your information that is specific to you as a user. Then you'll see all of these options pop up that allow us to give you the best experience possible on this app. By telling us who you are and your main objective for using this app, we can create a better experience for you. So for this walkthrough, I'm going to select dealer/retail center. And the profile type you select just shows different tools and different things available to you if you need them. Once that's done, you'll see our main interface here. This is the main browsing home screen for listings. The icons on the map represent listing locations and listing types. The little blue home icons represent home-only deals, and the little green icon that you see is actually land for sale. Now, one of the most important tools on this app is the bottom navigation bar. The second icon, the heart icon, is your saved listings. You can save any listing that you like. As we move to the third icon, this is your user profile. And there are several useful things you can do inside your profile to enhance your personal experience within the app. This app is built around you. The next icon on our nav bar is the messages icon. This is where buyers and sellers connect directly. No more a rep near you will reach out soon. And then finally, we have our HD GPT button. Yes, we built a chat GPT, but specifically for this industry. We'll get into that later. For now, let's hop back over to the home/map icon on the bottom left. Now you will see a button on the top right. It looks like a little hamburger, and it pulls up this menu that you see here with loads of options. And here under Sell, you're going to click the Seller Portal button. This is how you create a listing. Now in the Seller Portal, there are tons of really cool tools to use, but to create a listing, first things first, you need to set up your seller profile. So let's do that. Your seller profile is extremely important. You start with entering your basic information, but the first drop down is where it gets very interesting. You can select individual, business, or agency. If you're an individual that works for a retail center, you can create your own business within a business and market yourself and your inventory on your own. I understand the grind on social media to get customers in the door, but this is where you can showcase inventory and make sure that they are constantly in contact with you and they come in that door to see you specifically. This empowers sales reps like no other tool the industry has ever seen before. Now, whether you're an individual or business, this is where you want to put a bio about yourself. Anything that makes you unique or stand out, this is where you want to put that information for customers that visit this app. The next most important piece about your bio here is selecting your location, putting your business address in your profile. And there's a big reason for that, which we will get to very shortly. Now, the next part of your profile that is very important and also very cool is adding your social media handles. You simply go to your social media pages, you find your link, and you paste it right there inside of our app. You can do this with TikTok, you can do this with Facebook, you can do this with Instagram. Now, why is this important? Well, people like to verify what is real versus what seems maybe fake. And you can prove a lot through your social media presence. So when someone clicks on one of your listings, they're able to directly pull up your social media profiles and check out your pages for themselves. Now, don't forget to add a nice profile picture in there, and then you just simply save/register your account, and you're ready to go. So let's dive in here and create our first listing. You click the Create Listing button that you see on the top right there, and this is where the app starts to get really powerful. The listing package type, the property category, and the home configuration are all built specifically for manufactured, modular, and tiny homes. You'll select the location, the property address. If this is a spec unit, it may be a different address from your actual retail center. So it's important that you put that information in here. Then we'll go ahead and add your zip code, the bedrooms and bathrooms inside of this home, and the year it's built, dimensions as well. This is the basic generic stuff, and I'm just using generic information here as an example listing for you to see. The next step, go ahead and select your manufacturer, make and model. If you don't see it here, just simply click the button that says Other, and you'll be able to manually input that information. So then after that, you want to click the condition. So is this in stock? Is this a order only home? you go ahead and pick. Now, I know a lot of people don't like to list the price of their homes, but this is a serious competitive advantage if you do, and it is one of the number one complaints that we see from people that shop online to find their home. You also include what your price includes. Does it include delivery and setup, foundation, land improvements, heat pump, all the stuff that matters that goes into the actual final price of a home? You can have your financing options as you see here. What do you offer? Everyone's different. The next step is based on if you're offering land with your listing or not. So you can do for rent or for sale. So that's where this would come into play, is if you're doing for rent or if you're more of a community or doing some kind of spec unit. And then you'll see here we have the features. And if you don't see a feature your home has, you simply add a custom feature right there at the bottom. The last step is adding your media. Your media is everything. You want to have great pictures of your actual home on your lot, or if it's something they can order, have great pictures of that as well. This is the bread and butter to catching the eye and beating the competition. Now, the next really cool feature that we have, you can see that button right there next to property description is working. It's going to come up with an AI generated property detail that, number one, saves you a ton of time, but also generates a high quality description with keywords that will show up when searched. And then boom, you just click create listing, and that listing is added to your portfolio. And here we are back in the seller portal with all of these amazing tools. Let's check out a couple of them while we're here. Here's the analytics tool. You can see a lot of really important information here about any of your listings. And what do analytics do? They give us insight into what's working and what's not, what home models are selling and what aren't. One of the many cool features. Here you can look over your portfolio, just give it a general browse or make a change as needed. If you click our boost listing tool, you can select one of your listings and boost it through the app. If somebody else has the same home model as you, yours will appear before anybody with a generic basic listing. There are multiple plans to choose from there that fit almost any budget. Another really cool feature is the past projects. You can create a past project and show it off. This is an excellent way to win business within the app. Upload previous projects and show off how good your work is and how great your team is to get that business instead of your competition. So let's check it out. As you can see on the map up there, there's a new blue dot, and there is my home that I created. And you can just see all the other homes in my area that are available. But let's click on our listing and see what it looks like. And bam, high quality pictures, a great search tool for anybody browsing the app. It has every piece of information that a real buyer actually wants to see. It's transparent. It reduces the friction of the buying experience. And check this out right here. We have my profile. We have the description of the listing. We have many different tools so you can reach out. Because this is my profile, you don't see the direct messaging tool, but you can direct message with the customers in the app. Coming soon, we have our finance tool. That's going to be really cool. They'll get pre-qualified directly through the app. But if we go even further, you can just see all the filters that I selected. Everything about the property is listed in depth. And then down here at the bottom, you can see the exact location. It's an interactive map so they can zoom out and check out exactly where you are or exactly where this listing is relative to their location. And as promised, the social media buttons work. If I click the Facebook button, it takes me directly to my Facebook page. If I click the TikTok button, it takes me directly to the TikTok page. So it's a great way for your followers to actually see a live catalog of what you have available to sell to them. Now, I'm going to click on a different listing that's not mine. I'm going to scroll down here and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, so there you see that messaging button, and here's what pops up. There you go. I want this home. Send, and the owner of that listing will get that message directly. You can chat, ask questions right there. It's super, super convenient. Also, like I said, if you just click the call button, you can call that direct line for that dealer or that individual selling that home. So very useful, very super cool tools that have never existed before in this industry, and we're really, really excited to bring them to you. Something else I'll show you here, you can list land as well. How many people come into retail centers and say, well, I really want this home, but I don't have any land available? Well, we have people who are actively listing parcels of land so your customers can both find the land and their home all in one place. We're truly making one marketplace for everything needed in this industry. Now, back here at the home screen, we do have a interactive filters button here on the right. So our filters are built specifically for this industry. Of course, you have the basics, your price, bedrooms, bathrooms, but we have our width and our length. You can't find that on Zillow, okay? So let's dive a little bit deeper into this. You have your listing and transaction type. So home only, home and land, land only, community home, transaction type for sale for rent, rent to own, you name it. No other platform is doing this specifically for MH like us. We have different manufacturer types in there that you can search by. You can enter a model name. You can search if it's in stock or if it's something you need to custom order. You can search double wide, single wide, multi-section. These are all filters built specifically for the MH industry. So play around with the app, check it out. There's all types of in-depth filtering that we've created, again, specifically for the MH industry. So check it out. The app is available on the App Store. And we are also working with www.mh-easy.com, where you get all of this for free for an entire year if they come out and do your photos and video for you. So you can check them out too. It's an addition to our Homes Delivered company, but we are trying to build this for the greater good of the industry, not to break any wheel, but to make the wheel spin faster and more efficient. So check it out. Can't wait to hear your feedback, and thank you.